welcome to CPS Folio1 Week 6. This is Winnie. In response to observation, I created a 2D animation of the plant named the cycas. I made an observation of the plants on campus. I found it to have a very unique shape and a different state in the sun than in the shadow. I took several photos of cycas to record its shape, color, and texture, and then painted it in Procreate. Finally, I made the animation in After Effects. Here is a link to the final work. Similar work has been produced by Margaret Mee. Through her experiences in the primitive forest, she has created a large number of botanic paintings that are both scientific and artistic. Her painting inspired me to sketch the cycas. In response to the Week 2 theme of Tinker, Jean, Lenka, and I began by shaping soft clay into our own characters, a cat, a rabbit, and a mushroom. As we grew more comfortable with the process, we created more and more creations without any specific ambitions in mind. We built a scene with some materials found in the classroom and then made an adventure game. We each completed the stop-motion animation on behalf of our characters. Here is a link to the final work. Threadwood Animation has a similar work in making clay. The designer created clay to make a cat based on its daily life in a third-person perspective stop-motion animation. The work shows the behavior of cats in a very interesting style. In response to find objects, I made a functional solar umbrella. Through the color and the structure of the umbrella, I developed a new function of the umbrella, which is to collect solar energy during the day and provide light for the plants at night. I did the sketches in Procreate first, then the graphic animation and color effects in After Effects. By making this animation, it can be shown that the umbrella has different functions during the day and at night. Umbrellas always have different meanings in many nationalities. Peter William Holden used umbrellas to create a dynamic sculpture made from a combination of umbrellas, wire, industry computers, and air compression components. This dynamic effect produced a very strong visual impact. In response to the theme of place, I made a story that happened in an elevator. I think personal comfort is closely related to the size of the place. In a small space, people may feel nervous and uncomfortable, while in a wide space, they will feel more comfortable and relaxed. This is a storyboard I made for this story. The person feels very comfortable before entering the empty elevator, but after the crowd also enters, he becomes very nervous and uneasy. His mood change, I think, can be a good reflection of this week's environment shaping the character, and the character is also adapting to the theme of the environment. I built an elevator scene out of cardboard and then cut out the characters. Finally, I created this animation in After Effects. Here is a link to the final work. This is an embarrassing story happened in an elevator. The psychological activity and performance of this man in the elevator show the particularity of place to the audience. In response to Week 5, I made an illustration about the evolution of apple trees. Apples are food in a world dominated by humans, and they are given meanings by humans. When humans no longer existed, all living things strictly follow the laws of nature. According to Darwin's theory of evolution, plants choose to mutate to get better conditions. I wrote a short play describing the evolution of apple trees according to the laws of nature in a world without humans. As the main body, Apple trees compete with other plants for living space and gain greater territory. They involved more brightly colored fruit that attracts animals to eat them and spread their seeds far away. Allen wrote a book, The World Without Us, that explores how natural and human-influenced environments would change to accommodate a world without humans if they suddenly disappeared. In conclusion, I am most enjoying the work of the discussion of place in week 4. I think the content of this topic illustrates the creative process of being a director and a writer. In responding to this theme, I feel that the creator is more than just a narrative. In the narrative, we need to consider rationality. What is reasonable for a role to do, otherwise the role will out of character. In terms of production of characters and environments, we as designers need to have a deep understanding of this. Environment and characters influence each other. Every story is like that. I think it is also interesting to build a sense by hand, which may be a good creative direction. This is a reference list, and thank you for watching this reflective video.